Welcome to another live session of Seibert Media. I have a guest. It's Jan Kuntscher, from, a colleague of mine. Hi, Jan.
Hi.
We're going to present a solution that we call Agile Hive or Agile Hive. And it's a scaled Agile solution based on Atlassian JIRA. Can you tell us a little bit about the history? How did we develop it? Who's using it, or is anyone using it already? Why is it cool?
Sure. So maybe why is it cool? It's cool because it's a solution which is based on Atlassian tools. So we are not using any other tools, and we are really staying in the Atlassian ecosystem. So this means that if you already use Atlassian products, you can stay in your environment. You don't have to learn new things. And if you don't own Atlassian products, of course, you can use them at this point.
So basically, it's Confluence, JIRA, Bitbucket, Bamboo, a couple of plugins for JIRA,
Yeah,
and something that we and those plugins are available, or apps, sorry, are available on the Atlassian Marketplace, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some kind of app-like technology that we have built that is not yet on the marketplace.
Yes and no. So first
Okay.
of all, Agile Hive uses Confluence and JIRA.
Mm-hmm.
JIRA is the main system, you can say so, and we are using approximately, I think, 12 plugins at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Some are our plugins. Oh, sorry, apps. Yeah,
Yeah,
they are called apps
I
now.
think everyone will understand.
Yeah, and we have also one app which is there for the reporting. And this is an app which is exclusive within the Agile Hive solution and will never be on the marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
Will never be released. Only
Never
for
say
our
never,
customers.
but it's not planned. Okay, I understand.
No, never. And yeah, of course, I will show it to you in a couple of minutes. And of course, you can also use Bamboo and other tools by Atlassian, but you don't need to. You
Okay,
can also,
so the solution would work with Jenkins just as well,
yes,
and
yes.
like JIRA works with Jenkins. Okay. Okay. Without further ado, show us the screen. So we have a kind of a new setting here. So bear with us if there are some technical problems. Alina is with us and looking that the technical stuff works. So this is obviously a JIRA instance.
Yes.
With your Agile Hive.
Yes.
Awesomeness.
So what we see here is a dashboard with some gadgets of our reporting app. Like we already told, that will never be released. And it is very crucial because no other app on the marketplace can do this, and so we were forced to develop it ourselves. And it empowers you to display many reports of all the different levels that you have with a safe implementation. So maybe let's go just one step back. Agile Hive supports Safe 4.5 and all the 4 configurations that come with it. So you can, of course, do a small save with 2 levels, or the full save with 4 levels. It doesn't matter. You decide, and what is also possible is to start small with 2 levels, for example, and after some months you say, okay, we need another level or the full thing. So of course you can scale it up. So
you've been iterating about this technology that we've built that customers can get through us. Would you say that the solution is only feasible and working with this technology that we've built? So that would mean that customers should contact us if they're interested in what they see here.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
So okay.
Because without this, without the reporting,
it's just like 12 plugins.
You don't see what you need.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
So contact us.
Yeah. So let's jump into the gadgets. I will only show some of them. So first of all, here's a Safe Epic Progress. in this gadget, you will see all the epics that you have currently in your portfolio. And of course, you can imagine that you will have more than only those 8 epics. And for that, we have built in a filter option, so you can directly say, I don't want to see all my epics. I only want to see the epics that have a certain or specific state. So this is probably, if you know the statuses of the Kanban board on the portfolio level, you will have first the funnel, the review, analysis, and so on. And you will probably start with the state portfolio backlog, because before that you don't need reports.
Maybe we should give some props to Kegon. That's a partner of ours.
Yes.
Who are very into safe deployments, more from an agile practice perspective, where and they came to us with this idea, and also with customers, big customers who needed that, and then we built this together with Kegon. And we're highly recommending that you don't contact Jan for like agile organizational deployments, but rather Kegon, and then come to us for the technology and the actually doing things in JIRA. And that's how we work with them very closely.
That's right.
Thank you also to the Kegon guys for making possible for us that we can actually develop this, because this is totally funded by customer demand, right?
That's right.
So we have a question. First one, Sebastian is asking, where could I get the plugin?
Yeah. So Sebastian probably came in late. Like there's a list of plugins. I don't know. Is this public? Like the 12 plugins that you need on top?
It's outdated, but yeah, it's there.
Maybe we could pull up the page. So Sebastian, you will need 12 plugins. And you will definitely need to contact us, because there's some technology. You need to share your screen then again.
Yeah.
There is some technology that we only share with people who contact us. This is like we could discuss for a longer time why this is the case. You said never. I said never say never. It could be that one day we will share this publicly. At this point, you have to go through us. This doesn't incur any costs in the beginning, but the idea is that we can help you deploy that. And there's also in this early stage of such a solution, there's a need to be in contact with us, because the documentation isn't at a level where you can configure everything yourself. And so Sebastian, please contact us. That's how you get it at this point. And then we can see how we can help you, even if you decide that you don't want any services with us. We'll definitely be happy to sell the technology. Would you say we're already ready to just sell the technology? Or is it more that you'd say, oh, at this point, at least a contingent of some hours is necessary, otherwise no one will understand what we're doing?
I would say I recommend that we do it together. I think there should be at least one workshop. Maybe we can plan to do this, but at the current state, I would not recommend it.
Due to the nature of SAFe, a lot of very big customers have approached us at this point, right?
Yes.
And so it was no problem for these customers to pay for some days of consulting and implementation. And this hasn't been a problem for us. If you're in a smaller company and you only want to deploy this SAFe with those 2 levels, I'm still learning this, then we'll definitely try to accommodate your wishes and make this more budget sensitive. At this point, I think only quality counted, right? That's what the customer wanted. Okay, Sebastian, I hope we've covered your question. Let's move on and see some more technology.
Okay, so let's go back to this gadget where we see the epic progress.
So it's status. It's a workflow status that you have chosen to be the filter?
No, you can't. So basically, this gadget shows you all your epics that you have in a specific portfolio
and then you
project.
Can filter, you said.
And then you can filter this whole set again if you want.
Filter by?
For example, all our gadgets are editable. And we have the possibility to insert another JQL selector. And in this case, I'm hiding all the epics that are already done. This is one way, but we can also say, I don't want to see the new epics.
The filter is basically JQL.
Yeah.
Way better than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have also other possibilities here that I will just not show because of our small time frame. So here you see.
Would it be correct? Sorry for interrupting. Would it be correct to say that what we've developed is basically JIRA dashboard, or did we? I know that we've developed also some creating technology and so on.
We developed also other apps that are in the solution, which I will show also in a couple of minutes. The most important one, of course, is the reporting, because without that, you won't see what you need to see. You don't have the overview. So again, here you see the epics, and we have different information here on the bottom explained. So we have this green line, which shows you the initial estimation of one epic. So basically, the epics are really big in this enterprise case, and we are talking about 2,000, for example, story points. So really big stuff, which costs millions. And this is initial estimation, but after a certain time, if we say, yeah, we want to do this epic, there will be more precise estimations,
requirements,
which are coming directly from the teams. So there you have really good estimations, and those estimations will be reflected right here with those lines. So you see here in real time the current story points that are in all the backlogs that are there for this epic. So you see we are about 500 story points, which are aggregated from the very lowest level, so from the team level up to the highest.
Everything that is below this epic, like themes, user stories, tasks, subtasks, will go into this summary.
Yes.
And we're and then I know that we're using structure as well, which allows for more hierarchy. Will we then calculate those things that are in the structure as well, or only what is like in the JIRA?
The structure has nothing to do. The structure app has nothing to do with our reports, but I will show it just after this. Here you can see that we have approximately 100 story points that are in to do, and 200 are in progress, and 250 are already done. So you can see this in real time, and you have the same overview also for other levels. So for example, here for the features on the program level.
One question about the gray bar. The summary of all issues that we had is shown there, and then the gray bar is the current estimation. That's basically the green line in an updated manner, right? So if we're looking at pace beam, and this looks like the team didn't properly update this because the current estimation should be something around 500 story points, right?
There could be many reasons. The main reason why you see this is a demo system. And
I'm just trying to make sense for myself. Normally the gray bar should be as high as the amount of issues, right? Because otherwise they would be foolish to say we already spent 250 story points, but our current estimate is 120. That doesn't make too much sense.
Right, absolutely right.
Okay, cool. I understood that. This is pretty condensed, right? And this is what we've built, and it's not available on the marketplace.
Absolutely right.
If you want this, you have to contact us.
Yes.
Cool.
So we have also other gadgets.
Cool for us.
Cool for us, yeah, and cool for you because it's there.
Yeah.
So we have also other gadgets. For example, here the roadmap, where you can see in which program increments. So this is often you say it's a PI. You see which feature or enabler is planned. Yeah, so you can see this right here from this gadget, and of course this is only a dashboard. This is only this is information to read and not to edit. Yeah? All the edits, we will do them later on in other.
Who's the target group of this whole dashboard? Who would look at this?
Okay, first of all, this dashboard is just a demo of all our gadgets that we provide.
Okay, so that would be.
So I think you won't build a dashboard like this. It's just to show what we have.
Just a quick way for us to run through this webinar.
Right. But in general, the dashboard is of course for the management, so for all the managers, for the CO, CIOs, for all the chiefs, yeah, this is for them.
Everyone who needs aggregated
but
visual views.
But of course also for the release train engineer, for solution architect, for other persons who really need the overview. What is the current state? Is everything fine? Are we too slow, or is our estimation is not the does not represent the the real thing? Yeah. So yeah.
So that this could also sit on a information radiator in our office or something. Okay.
Sure.
Let's move on.
Okay.
I understood that one.
Okay. So this gadget is an overview for specific agile release train. So on the program level, we can have one agile release train or N. So you decide. It doesn't matter. And each agile release train will be displayed like this. Will have its own space here, and the one that we have is currently called program. Just imagine that it's the agile release train number 1, and you can see the current progress of it. So currently we are looking at a specific program increment. So it's the second one in the year, and we directly see what is the how's the progress. And for this we are looking at all the story points that are in the backlogs, and we also look at all the story points that are already done, of course, and then we display this whole thing in a percentage way. And yeah, we see that that in this case we are nearly 50% done.
And when we initially estimated, we thought that what we have done would be 70%.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So there was like feature creep or additional scope that came into the program while we were doing it. That's why the done forecast decreased from 68% to 46%, right?
No. So in general, you want to of course to have 100% in a PI, because you plan it like this, and in this case you see a forecast that looks at the what has been done, and will show you if the work continues like it has, you will achieve nearly 70% of what you planned actually.
Okay.
So you see
we're
that
behind.
We are very behind here.
Yeah. Okay. What is the watched date? Like the last estimation or the last check, or?
So with the watch date, you can specify a specific date. Just quickly show it here. Here, you don't need to, but you can. And
date to watch. Okay.
Yeah.
So this would be in the future.
Yeah, and with that you can. This is important for the forecast, because this this gadget doesn't know when the PI is ending, and you can set up a specific date for it.
Okay, let's summarize. The percentage will make more sense if you have real data.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Sure. This the whole thing would be much more realistic, of course. So yeah.
And let me ask you this: like those gadgets, they are actively used by companies today, right? Yeah. Okay. So we get feedback on that and say, couldn't you make this and that different and so on?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. We have also developed other reports, for example, for the team level. This is totally different because this is really here we are looking at the big picture. We want to see want to have an overview, and we also developed for the team level specific reports. We did this inside of the app X charts, and for example, we did an overview to show the performance of a team. So imagine you have in one PI you have approximately 6 to 7 like this. Now you can see us. So you have 6 to 7 sprints in one PI if they go 2 weeks, and all the sprints have, of course, different it's in general like this. They have different a different amount of story points, and then you can see the hit rate. How many story points did the team actually achieve put to done in the specific sprints? And with that you can show a hit rate, and also you can show a velocity, how the velocity is changing over time. So if you need those overviews, for it's just an example, we developed them for another customer, and we're also thinking to put them into our standard solution. It's not there right now, but this is stuff that we are doing all the time.
If you feel like I do, you may have trouble to understand every term of his jargon, and there are videos. At least if you're talking German, I don't know how much English content we have, but at least if you're knowledgeable about German, or YouTube does a good job in translating, giving you subtitles, there is Tools for Agile Team talks of 2017 and 16 about this solution, right? And I think Felix Rüssel from Kegon gave a talk at an Atlassian Enterprise Club.
Yeah.
That was also in German, I believe.
Yeah, with me.
So there is some content to dive in at a more basic level. Let's keep that technical level, and I'll try to follow along.
Okay, so let's go back to Agile Hive. Okay, so we have also other gadgets. I just, in the matter of time, I just would to show something else.
Let me try to get an overview of if I can understand.
Yeah.
So save product forecast. No, I don't.
Okay, just quickly. So here we have the opportunity to look at one epic very closely.
Okay.
So you see
flying cars.
We're looking at flying cars, and here you see how many story points are in all the backlogs for this epic, and you see also how many are done, and you see also at which date were they done, for example. Yeah?
Cool.
So you see a really cool historical chart here, and those dotted lines, they show the forecasts, but since this is a demo system and no one is working in it, the lines are flat. So basically,
that's why you didn't want to show it. Okay.
No, I can explain it. So normally you want that those lines will cross at a certain point, and this point will be the forecast when you will be
finished,
when this epic is finished. Yeah, and this is basically it. We have also some markers that you can set up if you want the finish date, completion date, and so on. We have also a release burn down. I know it's looking
That
like
I
a burn up,
understand, yeah.
but it's like I said, it's a burn. It's a demo system, and here you can look at one a PI, a whole PI, and see how the yeah, you can display a burn down for the whole PI.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, then we covered everything.
Yeah, we have also 2 other gadgets, but yeah, just skip them. So what you see here is we have implemented our own menu in the main menu bar. Of course, everything what you see here can be customized, and you see that we have for all the different levels, we have different views, and I will just jump into the first one. So here we are basically using the app structure for it, but it's heavily configured.
Can we oh, here again?
Yes, we can.
So about the question that Sebastian was asking, we do have an easy way for you to try this out through our Swift service. Maybe Jan can show this. So if you're interested and you don't want to contact us, at least what you can do is you can go to the Swift website and generate yourself your own test environment. It's probably not very recommendable as
I don't know if this service is really online for
at least I see people creating those instances all the time.
We are using it internally. So
okay.
If you're interested,
you have to contact us.
let me explain it a little bit differently. If you need a test environment, we can provide it for you really fast. So we will just copy our demo system. You will get an account, and you can check it out, and
okay,
but you have to contact us.
It's an easy way to get a first whirl for yourself and try it out within the JIRA system. It will be then the demo environment, and that's something that we can spin up for free and very easily.
That's right. Okay, so we were talking about this structure. Just let me share the screen again. So what you see here is, like I said, we customized structure. So first of all, we can categorize the whole structure the way we want. So in this case, we categorized it into value streams first, but you don't need to. It's just it's recommended, but you don't need to. So after that, of course, in the hierarchy, the highest issue is the epic. So for example, here we have the internet balloons, and if we drill down on the next level into the large solution level, we will see our hyperloop, which is a capability, and we see also many Confluence pages. And let me get back to this just after I explained the whole hierarchy. So after the capability, we have some more information here. So we have, first of all, another category. So those are the program increments, and so you can directly see this capability is in this and this and this program increment. But more precisely, it's not the capability itself. It is it's the feature which is planned for program increments. And there you see the special hydrogen hull is planned or has been planned for the first increment, but it's also in the second one. So we can directly see here that they didn't finish it in time, so they have to replan it, and it's now also in the second PI. And if we drill down to the lowest level, then we are on the team level. And here you can see, first of all the sprints for this specific feature.
King is a team, and Prince is also a team, right?
Right.
Okay.
And then you can see, for example, we have an active sprint here too. Here, this is those are planned sprints, and this sprint, for example, is already closed. And so you have the whole hierarchy with all the information that you need in one place.
Okay.
And what is cool about this is that we have implemented a special link method so that this hierarchy is automatically built up. You don't have to build it up yourself. And our linking method is very user-friendly because you can't make you can't link issues that are not allowed to be linked. So, for example, you can't link an epic directly with a user story, for example, because this is not allowed. You have to link it first, for example, to a capability, or sometimes customers also want the ability to also be able to link directly to a feature, although they have all the 4 levels. But this is also no problem. So if, for example, you want to link the epic with a story, there will be a message that you aren't allowed to do this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's switch to the next view, which is the portfolio board. This is a Kanban board, and we have implemented, of course, the specific safe statuses that you can read about on the Scaled Agile homepage. And let's just create a new epic to see what we can do here. So, of course, we can, if you want, you can directly put an epic owner here, because this is every epic has an epic owner. You don't have to do it at this point, but you can. You can fill out the summary. I would just call it epic, and all the other fields that you see here are totally customizable. You don't need to use them. And I will also show to you why you don't need them, because we will just switch to Confluence in a minute. So we have also another tab here, Epic Evaluation. And with this, we have provided specific fields for the weighted shortest job first, which is a value you use this value to prioritize all your issues. The higher the value is, the higher the priority is too.
There's also other talks that we've recorded about this part, but
yeah. So I will just put something into those fields, and yeah, of course, maybe also an original job size. And just to show you that this value is automatically calculated and displayed here. And this is in real life, this would be the case if, for example, if you are the analysis phase, you wouldn't do it just like I did here.
Yeah. And this number is helping me to prioritize better which epic will go in the next sprint or be higher for whatever thing I'm going to try to do.
Yes. So let's jump into the epic issue itself. So of course you can see also again all the values again here. And for example, if you say, oh, the job size is now different than before because
is that story points or
okay. So I can do this, and the value is recalculated.
And for the weighted shortest job first, is a higher number better or a smaller number?
So yeah, not better, but the
priority
is higher if the value is higher.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry for it. I actually didn't know, so learned something.
Okay. I have to. Okay. I don't know why I have to check it, but here in this other epic, which is also in funnel, you see that we have many issue links here at the bottom, and with our new plugin auto page, which is now on the marketplace.
Yeah, that was released. Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not released yet, but it's in the approval stage.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. We just submitted it. Okay.
Yeah. And this.
And what does it do?
This plugin is really crazy because it can automatically create Confluence pages right off from JIRA. You can specify where, so in which space you want to create the pages. You can specify if it's one page or a whole page hierarchy. And it's not based on the Confluence templates, because they are very limited. You can they don't have hierarchies. This is only one page. But we are using normal pages. So for example, you have a space and you create your hierarchy, and then we can say, okay, we take this hierarchy as a template. And then we just like a stamp, we stamp it and copy it into for example another space, or in the same space. I will
explain me, why would I want to create one or multiple Confluence pages for an epic?
This is a very good question, and for that we will switch to Confluence. So what you see here is the actually created.
Oh, this is a created page?
Yes.
Damn.
This is a created page, and what you see is that everything. Whoa! Don't touch my mouse, man.
I wanted to show them my face.
So what you see here is the page here on the left, and also all the child pages.
Damn, that's looking cool.
And everything that you see has been automatically created. So let's start with the title. The title is actually the issue key of the epic. And what you see after that is a summary of the epic. And within the page, you see, if you know Confluence a little bit better, then you know that this is the standard JIRA macro that you can use. And we are not only using it, we also directly filling it out for you automatically. So you see that the issue is directly filled in
and linked,
and also linked. Yeah, sure. The page is also directly linked with the corresponding issue, and those fields here, JIRA fields, and the values, of course, are can be shown here in real time, just after clicking here on refresh. Yeah, and what you see here. So maybe why are we doing this? It looks cool and so on, but why are we doing this? It's mainly to we call it, first of all, we call it an epic room. So the epic room consists of this main page and all the child pages, and it's a discussion point. It's a central point where we can store documents, but also the different, for example, the different epic value statements, or the lean business case, which you can see here right now, which is copied one-to-one from Scaled Agile. And you have the opportunity to document everything here in Confluence, which is much better than in JIRA, because we have no versioning and stuff. Yeah, we have no inline comments, and you know the advantages of Confluence at this point.
At least you should know for this webinar. What happens if you click on this edit button?
Yeah, so just to show you, those tabs are actually the child pages, which are shown here on this page, so you don't need to switch to them.
Okay, so it's an include.
So yeah, it's an include, right? And to make it a little bit more.
And all of this is automatically created.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So
where's the magic button?
You don't need a magic button.
Okay, but
the question,
how do I know when to create a page?
Yeah, this is something that we'll just.
But this is like multiple questions. Go your style, and then we'll.
Okay, so to answer this question, our plugin is capable. So you can with other page, you can specifically say when those pages should be created.
Auto page. Now I get it.
So
automatic.
Yeah.
No button.
Yeah. So you can, for example, you can define a rule which says if a new epic will be created, or the epic comes, for example, in the status funnel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know when you started to watch this, but I wasn't prepared to see that. And I am totally biased as I'm the CEO of the company who's creating this. But I do think that this has a lot of potential. Like let me summarize real quick what we just saw. Like you've created an app, not a plugin, that will automatically create pages from JIRA issues or JIRA issue hierarchies in Confluence, and will automatically create templates that are good looking, that will create kind of like discussion rooms with all of the features of Confluence to have a richer environment to talk about the contents of this JIRA issue. It's not replicating JIRA, but it's giving the usual linking between Confluence and JIRA way more sense. And what I would probably do, or what I envision customers to do, is they create a space where all of these automatically created pages will live. And then there could be some pages that are created that are kind of empty because they only have the data that have been provided by JIRA itself. But some pages will live and have a lot of discussion and a lot of rich added content like this.
Macro function.
Yeah. How is this called? The safe thing for the lean canvas?
The lean.
So basically, it's a lean canvas in
the lean business case.
A lean business case. Okay. So we always need a different term for that. I think you need to share your screen again.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed. That's all I want to say.
So maybe
cool
just to add something, we can, of course, you can use all the standard macros from Confluence, and we can directly fill them for you. So AutoPage can do this. And
will it be updated later? Like, can it be like if I change stuff in JIRA? Okay.
Yes, this is what I want to tell you. No. It's okay. So of course you can also display all of field values from JIRA into a Confluence page, and they will be updated. They are like linked to JIRA, and if a value changes in JIRA, it will be pushed to Confluence. Of course, there would be a new version of the page. And you have directly real-time data.
Okay, and this auto page, once it's approved by Atlassian, which is probably the case once people watch this video on YouTube, this is independent of our safe solution. So I could download it and configure it and use it like as a standard feature.
In this case, yes. So this is different from our reporting. This is a standard app which doesn't has to be used in the safe context. We have many customers who already say, "Oh, I know many use cases for our company, and please release it."
Okay, the official 45 minutes are over, but we'll go on. But let me make a short, side gig. This is the keyboard of Jan, and it's disturbing me all the while. I don't know whether you can see on this screen, but it's changing colors. Like it's green and blue and white. And then now, I have no idea whether you can see it on the video, but it's like, I don't think, it doesn't have any sense. It's just like pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It can be done, so we do it. That's. I hope that our safe solution will give you more value, but this is probably a specific value.
Guys, we have another question.
Yeah, sure.
like a real question or about the keyword?
No, a real question.
How many colors can it display?
No, someone wants to know, who can I contact and how? Maybe you just.
Oh, here's the guy. Don't contact me because I have no idea of what I'm just learning about this. Jan is someone like Armin would also be someone who's very knowledgeable about. How many people are on your team?
Let me think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5.
So so we have a bench of 5 people who really know that, and then probably 5 or 10 other consultants that know much more than I do.
Yeah.
Basically, you can use any channel that is provided. So if you're on any page of Seibert Media, there's live chat, and you can use that, and people then ping Jan, who sometimes takes some time because those big customers are demanding. But
yeah, just fill the form out. Just
yeah. Any way you choose, that's pretty simple. We'll get you to a contact who can give you a personal demo. Or you keep on watching this video with us, and there still needs to be a lot of documentation created, right? So we don't have every feature that we've built publicly available on a page somewhere. We don't have an onboarding documentation. All of this is done by Jan and his team, like individually at this point. And we will do way more marketing.
Yeah, so this maybe just some other information. So our solution is already active at different customers. For example, the biggest one has 5 Agile release trains. One Agile release train, for example, has 12 teams. It's a really huge instance of JIRA.
How many users do they have in the system?
500.
Okay.
They have 500, and now I'm missing the point. I wanted to say something else.
I was saying we don't have documentation, and you were angry because you obviously have documentation.
Yes, we have documentation,
but it's not publicly available.
Right. So so if you like buy Agile Hive, if you want to do this, if you want to implement it in your company, of course you will receive documentation. So we document how everything is configured and stuff. So this is more like for your admins, but we have also a user documentation where we document how can I create a new team on the team level? How can I create a new Agile release train? And all those things.
Like if you've watched the whole webinar by now, you know that we do have kind of a small conflict here. One is I want everything to be publicly available, and Jan is the poor guy who actually has to deliver value to customers. And at this point, we don't have this. Like we do have internal stuff, we do have stuff that we do for customers, and I will work on us publishing as much as we can. And this is why we're doing this webinar, right? Like we want to make more things that we do transparent so that people can experience that. And yeah, it's totally right. Like at this point, you have to contact us because we will have to guide you through this. And if you don't want that, just wait a couple of years and we will have more things available for the near short-term periods. Contacting us is for free. We will work you through. It's not a cheap solution, right? So I didn't understand pricing, but or didn't remember it, but it starts at a 5-digit euro amount that I have to invest to do this safe implementation, right? And then
I would say it's if you compare it maybe to other projects or implementations, I would say it's not expensive, because you will get a really big system. So
but you will want to talk to us. We will come on site, talk to you, show you. You'll get a demo instance. This is not vaporware. This is not something that we just try to trick you into. You will be able to look at all technology, try it out, and be sure what you're buying before buying.
And one important thing to mention is that we have two. So our solution has 2 packages. The first one is, of course, the licenses that you have to buy. If you already own those plugins, you don't have to buy them again, of course. So the price for licenses can
that's modular, like only those things that you need. And even if you would decide that some parts of the solution you don't need, which I can't imagine, but like then it's only what you actually buy that you pay.
Right. And what is really important is here, I know it's in German, but you will understand it, I think, too. So those user tiers here are not the same user tiers that Atlassian uses. So for example, if you have a 2000 user instance like here, but only 100 of your of your people will work in the safe context. You don't have to buy this 2000 package. You only have to buy the 100 user package. So this is something which is really important to know.
And it's a fixed price offering.
Yes.
So this comes with a lot of upsides, especially for budget planning. There are options for us to engage us in a POC or something so that you find out what the solution is about. Let's keep on showing what we have in stock in terms of technology.
Okay, so
Auto page. I understood that. That's awesome. It's a really cool thing.
Okay, since we really have to rush a little bit, I will show you the program level. So at this point, we have also a Kanban board, which has different swim lanes for different PIs, and of course the specific safe statuses that we see here on the columns. So this is really, yeah, from user for user, it's really basic. Here we see a roadmap. So this is just waiting for. I have to switch it. So, so this view is for the planning of the features, so that also for enablers or risks. So we are talking here about the program level, and you just drag and drop your features, and you plan them into one of the 4 PIs of the year. And the cool thing is that you can really quickly plan it with the drag and drop here, and you don't have to edit the issues manually.
That is also the technology where the rain touches will sync if I'm in multiple locations, right? Or
I think RenTouch can sync this too, but what you have in mind, I think, is big picture, which I will show just right now. So this view that you will see just in a couple of seconds is achieved with the app Big Picture and Big Picture Enterprise. And just let me configure it a little bit, and compact mode. So this view, I know, has much information. So I just will quickly make a walkthrough. Here at the top, we have a timeline, and you see you can define how long your PIs are from when to when. And in those PIs, you will have the cadences. I know that they are called sprints here, but you can rename them, and those are the cadences. And sure, they shouldn't overlap like this. Yeah, it's a demo system.
Demo flaws.
Yeah.
No problem.
So this is really easy to implement the whole time thing. And
it's kind of the replacement of the Gantt planning.
Yeah. So just now we are leaving out the timeline to have a better overview here. So here in the columns, you see the actual cadences, and on the left side you see the teams, and inside the cell you see the sprint content.
Okay, and if a team now says we can't do all of these king things, then you could switch that to another sprint or to another team. Yeah, so you could do this right from this view. So you can drag and drop all the issues. Okay, it will show where you can.
So you can also, for example, if you say, oh, Prince 17 won't be made by the team Prince, but by the team King, I could drag and drop it to the sprint of the team King. Yeah. Okay. And but the most important thing of this overview is, of course, normally we would have like 5 teams, and the whole view would be full of issues. And what is really important is to show the dependencies that those issues must be finished before King 7 starts. And this is the case here in a time manner, so it's okay. So it's green. So we don't have to talk about it. It's okay. But here about this one, Prince 16 has to be finished before Queen's 13 has been finished.
And this is important because another GDP team is dependent on this team.
Yes, yes.
And then like this is going to.
This is critical here. We have to talk about it. We have to replan it. And in general, you would do this big room planning.
Can I try this? Like I would drag Prince 16 here. Oh wow, and everything's green now.
Yeah. So
it's that simple.
It's that simple. So in general, you would do this whole thing in an analog style with big
with pins boards and those lines and
and this is the digital representation of it. So it's not to only use it digital, but it's like the digital representation of the analog boards. And what is also cool is that before you go into PI planning, you can already put all the issues into JIRA, and you can print them out. For example, with Insert Printer, which is also a cool plugin from us, and you print them out. You bring them into the meeting, and after that, you only have to drag and drop those issues into the right
okay,
sprints.
What you could also do is like you could have those cards, do everything like physically, and have someone who's kind of doing the protocol who will then have this screen and then just mimics. And I say, oh, by the way, there's a dependency here. Maybe you want to talk about this.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
This is the case. Okay, so
this is actually where the point. Can we turn this off again?
Yep.
So one of the questions that I always have is like, why on earth do I need all this like big planning thing? Like, let's just code. Let's just do cool software. And I think this is a place where you can understand why SAFe and those bigger approaches make sense for those big companies. Because like if someone's depending his own planning on someone else's results, which are not available yet, then this can lead to a lot of problems and friction when, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 or maybe 5 teams are waiting for the other team to finish something, and the other team only realizes this after the fact that those 5 teams start screaming. And then you have, like, I don't know, 50 or 100 developers being not as productive as they could, while the other 5 in this one team could have prioritized or reprioritized this one issue to finish that earlier. And having such a visual representation with those red lines will show you maybe months ahead that you need to reprioritize something. And that's something that you, in a small team, maybe you can find out during lunch. But if you're like disconnected, if people are like in different locations, if like hundreds of people are working on a product, then this is very, very difficult. And that's where this is really handy and paying off the extra efforts for bureaucracy. And I've heard that for those PI plannings, people fly in, a lot of people, and like it's expensive stuff, not only the software, but especially the process.
Everyone comes together. Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah. Okay, back to the features. We need to.
Okay.
We're way over our 45-minute budget.
Yeah, and I have only 5 minutes left, guys.
Okay. So give us the quick wrap up.
Maybe do we have questions?
No, but we have feedback.
Okay.
The guys are very happy about the dependencies. They are really nice, and they hope we will offer a workshop.
Yeah, absolutely. Just contact us. Okay, quick 5 minutes and no question from me.
Okay. We have also the possibility to manage risks if you want, and you definitely want. But we have a risk matrix which shows also the dependencies. For example, Yeah, I don't have configured it here
okay.
right yet, but you can imagine that you see risks which have also this dependency, for example, on an impediment or on a feature, because a risk is always caused by something, and so you will see also those lines. And
it's basically a matrix of how high is the probability of the risk to occur, and then how high is the impact.
This is the second view that we also offer.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have two views for the risks, like what's the probability and what is the consequence, and this will show all this in a matrix. And we also show the dependency on yeah, what is causing this risk.
Cool.
So on the team level, this is really basic JIRA. So the teams have all their own JIRA projects. They have all their own Scrum boards, and in general, they can decide how the board is looking, which quick filters they want to use and stuff.
Any limitation that we put through the safe solution on how they use JIRA?
No, but there's one important thing to mention. So in the dependency board that we just saw, all teams that are working in one Agile release train, they have to work, of course, with Scrum. So they are all Scrum teams,
yeah, okay.
and they have to be synchronized. That I mean by that they have to
same sprint length,
same start, same end.
Yeah.
So this is the only thing that is important.
But this is a safe requirement, right?
Yes, this is a safe requirement.
This is not a software requirement, but otherwise you can't implement safe.
Right. And
yeah. How long are sprints normally then?
Very often 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. They still keep the 2 week cycle.
Yeah.
And then sometimes if all team is ill or it's vacation time, it's only a little that they deliver.
Right, yeah. Right. But I never see something else than 2 weeks. But of course, this is a decision that you can.
Yeah. So it could be 3.
Yeah, it could be 3, 1, whatever you want. Yeah. Yeah. So on the team level, like I said, it's really basic JIRA. Of course, we have the insert printer, like I already spoiled a little bit. So you can print out your cards. We provide.
We're using that heavily internally, right?
We're using it heavily ourselves, and I didn't have it in here. That's not so cool. But we provide special print templates. So the important information is on your card. So
like the shortest weighted thing, or
yeah, no, because so if we are printing out issues from a team level,
okay, there's no. Yeah,
the most important thing is not the description, like you see here, because it's only important for the team itself, and in general they know what it's all about because they have a good summary. So what we are displaying is what dependencies has this issue, and to which feature is it linked, and to which capability or epic is this feature linked. So you always see the context.
Yeah,
you see the whole picture already on each card, and this is really important. So what I want to show too is if we switch to into an issue, we have different information here. For example, of course, the links that we provide, and we see in every okay, this is a bad example. I'm sorry. I will just quickly pick up another one. Let's just go into, for example, like in this one. So in this story here, you see also the structure, and you always see the context. So you see it's this is the feature corresponding, and this is the capability, and this information is on every issue. You can see this yeah, every time you have always this transparent view. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I would say
let's pull this up again.
Yeah.
So this is provided by our technology, and this was kind of the agenda of things that you click through. So the higher up, the more C-level aggregational stuff was there. You were showing us a dashboard with JIRA gadgets that we've built. We've seen different levels of planning and overview. And what I also do think is relevant is that you can keep on using JIRA as your Scrum tool, as you've always done. Like it's something that I like with this linchpin solution that we have is people can still use Confluence as they did before. And here it's the same thing. Like you can keep on using JIRA and you're not disturbed as a team. There's no like you only have to sync your sprints with the other teams, which is probably the case for most. Even if they don't use SIF, it makes a lot of sense to do that. Cool. Like if we don't have other questions at this point, Alina?
Nope.
Okay. Then Jan, thank you so much for showing this to us.
You're welcome.
If you have questions, just contact us. Below the video, there will be a link that you can click to get in contact. And thanks for preparing all of this. And I'll be working with Jan and his team to get more of this easily available. The easiest way at this point is just to contact us. Okay?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Okay. Bye-bye.